The baffle, you feel me? We got lucky. This is a V6 car. I did not know it was a V6 car, so we might have got lucky. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy D Brooks coming with another video. Today, I'm gonna be going over the fuel system setup for the Monte Carlo, and let's get to it. All right, guys. So this is the factory. This is the factory fuel tank for the Monte Carlo Ls. This was a fuel injected car. I did not know this was a V6 car. So this already has a sending unit attached. So what we can do is probably reuse this. Shout out to the LS's out there. All right, so we have the old lines, which we're not gonna use, but we have probably a good sending unit with a baffle. You feel me? With a baffle. You feel me? We got lucky. This is a V6 car. I did not know it was a V6 car, so we might have got lucky. Might be able to reuse this tank, sending unit, and everything. So the budget just got lowered, or the cost. The budget is probably still the same. We might be exceeding it, but the good news is this is a V6. It might already have a fuel injection tank and a fuel injection sending unit. That's what it looks like. All right, guys, now that we know we have the FG156A pump and sending unit, or just we got the fuel injection style sending unit here. Let's get into it. So you take this off by like scooting that right there. Usually I can use a hammer on my pry bar or a screwdriver, boom, boom, boom. See, this is the sending unit we want, but look at the ground. It's kind of bad, but you know, it's just nice seeing it, you know. But let's get into it. Hold on. All right, guys. So I got the lock ring off. Let's see what she do. All right, we got that bad boy off there. You guys can see it's sleeting out here or something. Sleeting, snowing, whatever. Let's see what we got. Yo. They were pumping. That's probably why they didn't have the performance they wanted out of that small block that was in here. They had this still in here and was using a mechanical pump on that small block. Right over there. Interesting. I wonder how far they got along with that. Okay. So we got the fuel injection. So we got the fuel sending unit out. We're just gonna go ahead and take this bad boy out of here. Right there. This stuff looks nasty. It looks nasty. It might just be wet though. It looks nasty though. It's got a factory baffle in there, which is nice. So that'll be cool. You know. We're gonna put we're gonna use a different fuel pump though. So let's go ahead and get to work. We got the fuel tank. We also got a sending unit. Now this sending unit is not the FG156A, but the factory one technically is the OE version of the FG156A. We could use that. It's already set up for fuel injection. I had kind of forgot that this was an LS, or I just didn't think about that it was an LS, and a lot of these cars were V6s. Well, later on I found out this was a V6 car. So being that it's a V6 car, it had fuel injection and it also had a baffle in the tank. So that was actually really good news. I can actually save some money and use the old sending unit and save that one for another vehicle. But you know, I'm kind of like, well, I already got it out. And then I got to find out. What I like about these new ones is you can just use a hose clamp on them, you know. With this one, I need to find the right fitting, or I can always just like get the fitting, or I can always just cut that part of the line off and put a fuel injection clamp on there. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'll probably, knowing myself, I'll probably just get an AN fitting for that and just run that straight all the way to the front, to the fuel pressure regulator. So it'll go straight to the fuel pressure regulator off that fitting, and then you'll have the return right there to the fuel pressure regulator, and we won't think about it anymore. But it's kind of where I'm at, guys. But yeah, the car is coming along. I showed you guys the engine bay already, but let me just show it to you again, just to make sure. So I got the harness in there. It's really tight right here with the heater box. Like, I think it was Swaps. He said he shaved down this boss on the valve cover, which I might have to do because this engine it's gonna make some power and it's gonna shake a little bit, you know, and it's just gonna bust up that heater box even more. But I do have it set back 1 inch so that the transmission's in the factory location. I am running the TH204R, which is an overdrive transmission. And I am going to try, I bought this for a Regal a while back, but it didn't work out for me for whatever reason. I don't know why. Maybe it just was user error. But I got this from ICT Billet, I think, and it's supposedly like a truck throttle cable. So we'll see if this works. If not, we'll just use something like we always use. But I had this already, so we'll see if it'll work. Seems a little short to me, but I don't know, it might work. It's not very long, but you know, it might work out, who knows. But we have that, and we got the harness here. We got the factory radiator still in stock, still in the car. It's just a matter of executing at this point. Deciding on how I want to do it. I know when I looked at it, I'm like, man, it would really look good before I install this harness to just move. Like if I don't have anything up here, all you see is the engine, the battery over there. I'm gonna put the battery over there, run the factory truck, power steering bracket and alternator bracket, clean it up, paint it up, new paint the water pump, and it'll look good right here. You won't have a whole bunch of traffic. You'll have the radiator hose, which we could even run the truck radiator hose if we want. But yeah, it's just a lot of little decisions. It's not crazy stuff. We got the oil pressure sending unit. I went with the braided cable. We'll hook that right up to the gauge. Yeah, knock sensor harness, I gotta plug that in. Then I'll put like some sealer on it. Valve cover gaskets, when I'm ready to put them on. I'm not sure if I wanna go ahead and pull the fender and run my harness if I wanna pull the fender and run the harness in the inside of the car, which I think would look cleaner. And it's a little bit more work, a little bit more time. And look at this fender. It's kind of wavy. It's got some dents in it and stuff. And I just so happen to have this fender. So yes, that's pretty much a no-brainer, but it's just like time, and I'm trying to get everything done, and I really want to finish this Jeep. You guys let me know what you think we should do. Do you think I should go ahead and pull the fender, put the harness in the fender? Actually, I'm gonna show you guys. You want me to pull the fender, put the harness in underneath the heater box. There's actually a hole for it. It's the same way I did it on the Regal. Let me show you guys. All right, so the cool thing about the Regal is it's not done yet. But underneath the heater box, it's just like the Monte Carlo. Everything here is pretty much like the Monte Carlo. But the new harness, it actually has a grommet, so it won't be so close to getting hit right here. I don't drive this car that much. But you probably don't want your wires right up against, raw metal like this. So eventually I'll probably put a grommet on here, or some type of rubber insulator so it doesn't chafe. But I can literally run my harness just like how I have it here, underneath the head, right into this part, and you know, it'll be low key. Obviously, I don't have my fender here, but if it was here, there would be nothing here except for these transmission lines, which I might even change those out on this car eventually. I kind of ran them long, and at the point, and when I actually built this car, I wasn't super experienced with all this stuff, but I might even go back and clean this up a little bit. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm going for. I can even eliminate all this stuff too. But since we're going turbo, we'll probably keep this. But had I known better, I would have just ran the Corvette fuel pressure regulator. None of this stuff would be here. This would all be, you wouldn't even see it. You'll see one line coming up, going straight to the intake. But you know, now that we're going turbo, I kind of want to be able to adjust my fuel pressure regulator and have the boost reference and all that, stuff. So it actually worked out. But yeah, guys, let me know. You think I should pull the fender? I don't know why I pulled it on this car. I think it was to take this out. But yeah, run it right there. You have a lot of clearance. The engine bay looks clean. I'll move my battery because the battery on the Monte Carlo came factory over here on the passenger side. I'll move my battery over here to the driver's side, hook up to the truck alternator bracket. It'll be cool. Like I said, I got a big push to get everything done. If we get done in time, we can get on the Regal, but I really want to knock out the Jeep behind me and the Monte Carlo. So y'all stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all next time.